Okay, we're live. I'm gonna hope that this shows up on my old phone and comment monitor because it didn't show up last time. So let's pull my. If it doesn't, I'll just open it up, and hopefully we won't have issues with the tablet inside of this. Now it says error occurred. That's. Yeah, no. For some reason, it's not showing up on my old phone. Oh, there we go. Finally. Okay. Comment monitor's up and running. This tablet will be taking the place of my old phone as a comment monitor. I also used, I've used my old, so this is my 3 generations, for me at least, old phone. I've also used my 1 generation old phone as a comment monitor until that screen cracked and broke. And now, it's going to be the job of this tablet, which will be good because I need a bigger screen for a lot of other stuff anyways, too, which we'll talk about as soon as we get it open. This is the Samsung Galaxy Tab S4, 16 gigabyte. I paid about $80 for it, and normally these go for $80, $108, sorry. Anyways, for the 16 gig model. Oh, it's already turned on. That's great. Here we go. Not as impressive as I thought it would be. There appears to be quite a bit of scratching on the camera back there. I'm not super worried about that. He did say lightly scratched screen. And trying to see that here. Let me power this thing down. So, yeah, there are some scratches on the screen. They're not like deep scratches, but they're scratches. I see why it was cheap enough. You know, if I really wanted to, I'd screen replaced on this thing. When I say not as impressive, as I'm used to, like, my mom has a Samsung Galaxy Note 8, and it's got, like, edge-to-edge display. I don't know if they've done that yet with a Samsung tablet. I don't think this is even the newest Samsung tablet, but the important thing is it is getting an update to Android 9. It's sadly micro USB, but hold on a second here. Samsung Galaxy Tab S4. 500 on release date, August 2018. Okay, so it was last year. That's not bad. That's actually really not bad. That's just not quite a year old yet. Looks like we got an IR blaster. We got micro SD expansion, which I don't know how much that will be used. Ugh. A little bit of, hold on, there's a little bit of dirt in there that I want to. So yeah, a little bit of dirt. Could fix that with toothbrush. Maybe just a tiny bit of alcohol. But also, this is something I didn't think about, but this has a SIM card. Oh. There is a SIM in it. I'll have to, it's an AT&T SIM. I'll have to message him and see if he wants that back or not. Curious thing, though, is, SIM card added, restart device. Can I? Nope, we have to restart. Cool. So let's talk about what this is going to be used for. I also need to pick a case and screen protector for this as well. But there are a lot of things this is going to be used for. This will be a comment monitor. Also nice and big, so it could be used as a framing monitor. Because every once in a while when I do adjust the camera, like this, like I do up here, I do want to actually see my framing, so I will pause and let it take the little bit longer time that it does of me staring at the screen. See what's under accessibility. Vision, hearing, dexterity, and interaction. I'm curious what's under that. Access start or assistant menu, interaction control, whatever that is. Customize the way you interact with applications and settings on your device. With interaction control, you can block or unblock areas of the screen from touch. Turn off auto rotate screen and hard key functions. Only show application notification in the notification panel and the status bar. Okay, there's some cool stuff in there that I'll check out later. I don't need most of this. I just, honestly, I would have liked something a little more stock Android, like a Pixel C tablet. Those things are really expensive, though. And I also don't want, like, a super huge tablet. Like, this size is good. Keeper Fast Fill. What is that? Keeper Fast Fill securely and quickly autofills your login credentials on your websites and mobile apps. When you open your mobile browser or app, simply tap the Fast Fill lock icon on the right side. No, thank you. Skip with that for now. I won't probably be hooking up a lot of connections to it. Let's get it hooked up to our Wi-Fi, though. So watching content on this thing, it's obviously bigger than my phone screen, which my phone screen is bigger than this screen. It's like a 5-inch screen. So yeah, like about that much longer than this. 5.5. I forget exactly how big my OnePlus 5 phone screen is. But, 1 second here. Okay, let's connect up to Wi-Fi. So I could watch content on this, but I probably won't because my phone's good enough, especially when I have my phone in its little wallet case like this. I can set that up. I'll do that a lot when I'm getting ready for bed in the bathroom, getting ready in the morning in the bathroom, or I've got some pipe cleaners on the underside of the top part of my bunk bed. Top's used for storage. So I'll slide it in like that. I can lay down on my bed and sleep. It's great. I like that a lot. A bigger screen could be nice. There are some situations where I'm watching content on a small screen that it would be nice to see a little more detail. So I can log Google to regularly check device activity for security problems and prevent or run about potential harm. Accept, please. Turning off my screen for a second because there's some dust that I want to wipe away because I'm curious. Yeah, that's dust. Okay, we're good. So we've got connected to Rogers network. Smart network switch. Automatically switch between Wi-Fi and mobile networks. Also between 2.4 and 5 gigahertz bands to maintain a stable internet connection. Smart network switch has been turned on. This functionality helps maintain a stable internet connection by switching between mobile and Wi-Fi networks and also between 2.4 and 5 gigahertz bands. This may increase your data usage. We'll keep it on for now because I'm curious to see what it does. EULA and diagnostics data. Read carefully, end user. I actually have started realizing the benefit of this, so I will glance at this stuff and just skim it and get an idea. Because there are some things that I have learned by reading EULAs, like what kinds of content I'm allowed to do with my video editor and stuff. Which, or I think with GameMaker especially, if you had the free version of GameMaker, license agreement said you couldn't sell your games, you had to have the full version. Stuff like that. So Samsung grants you a limited non-exclusive license to install, use Access Display, and run one copy of the Samsung software on a single Samsung mobile device, local hard disks, or other permitted storage media. So this device right here, which I'm actually, that's also if they had like audio versions of these, or if Google could distribute it to you, would be cool. I don't know. Anyways. Reservation of rights and ownership. Samsung reserves all rights not expressly granted you in the CULA. Software is protected by copyright and other intellectual property laws and treaties. Samsung or its suppliers own the title and copyright. It's interesting how they say only on one device or one computer, and you may not make Samsung software available over a network. It could be used by multiple computers at the same. So I think they're talking about like the Samsung skin on the tablet, which why would I want to put that on anything else? I wouldn't. I'm a stock Android person. Samsung has a lot of bloatware, but this was the best tablet for that price. I wanted like $50 or cheaper, but I couldn't find anything good enough for that price. There were some $15 tablets locally on KSL, but those were absolute garbage. No, thank you. Like 5 years old tablet, not updated. I need at least Android 9. I don't care if it has updates after that, but also, especially since it does have Android 9, it might get updates after that because it should support Project Treble, which basically it makes it so that phone and tablet manufacturers don't have to make a lot of changes to their skin of Android to update it. Android can just kind of update in the background underneath those changes. So, limitations on user rights. You may not or enable others to copy, reverse engineer, decompile, disassemble, or otherwise attempt to discover the source code or algorithms of software. So don't figure out and steal their software. Samsung software updates. Here we go. Samsung may make available to you software updates, upgrades, supplements, and add-on components if any of the Samsung software, including bug fixes, service updates, parts or whole, and updates and enhancements, feature improvements, or deletion to any Samsung software, including entirely new versions, collectively update after the date you obtain. Software. This EULA applies to all any component. I would make deletions if they deleted a lot of the bloatware. But there's actually something interesting. So my first phone that I had, so this is actually 3 generations old. My first phone that I had was a hand-me-down from my mom. It was a really cheap Samsung phone that she got off of, I forget where. She was with like the track phone, I think, at the time. And it was a good first phone, but I had to upgrade relatively quickly and sell that one off because it was having slight issues with the picking up cell service, especially Wi-Fi service too, having issues, but more importantly, cell service. But I found there were a lot of pre-installed Samsung stuff like Notes and stuff like that I actually ended up using quite a bit. And when I got my stock Android phone, they weren't there, so I had to find other solutions, which I ended up finding better solutions. But yeah, so software updates stay great. The automatic update feature function enabled as default in the settings, system and menu settings. Your device downloads certain updates automatically from time to time. If you have chosen to disable automatic update function, you can check the availability of new updates by clicking on the check update menu in the settings. Given the importance of receiving updates for software in a timely manner to defend against new threats, however, security-related updates can be automatically downloaded and installed without your consent. So here's the thing. I'm okay with automatic update download as long as I'm on Wi-Fi, most likely, and as long as it's not automatically going to reset the device to sell said updates. I'm looking at you, Microsoft. You've done that sometimes, which you're a lot better now. My computer recently say, hey, there's an update, and I told it to wait a whole bunch. Like, I didn't specifically say when, I just told it to wait, and then later on, like an hour or so later, it asked me, and so I did eventually restart it, but yes. Privacy collection of data using software application on your device will be performed in accordance with the previous section of this set forth in privacy settings. So, to provide updates to Samsung software, you agree that Samsung and its affiliates may collect and use technical information, blah, blah, blah. Location data, yeah, we know about location data, device identifier, base services, voice-based features. Samsung Keyboard, if you opt in to the predictive text feature, the words that you typed are collected and stored in your Samsung mobile device to provide a word suggestion that you would be typing. I'm going to get Swift Keyboard on here. I got Swift Keyboard on my phone. I like it, especially the thumbs layout, which will be extremely useful for this big, huge device. But I've also got a Bluetooth keyboard, which I'm actually going to grab that on my side bag right now, because I'm curious about something. There we go. Wow. It's almost the same size as the tablet. So, would it? No. Won't fit in the holder, but that's okay anyways, because, I mean, for now, what I can do is just find a way to prop it up. But also, the big thing will be this will have its own rugged case. I want it to be durable and tough for use on sets, for reading scripts. It's going to be my comment monitor. it's going to also probably be, what I want to do is I want to get a little shoulder mount so that I can have the tablet like here about or so. And it will then, I'll have either Wi-Fi or I'll find a way to connect HDMI to this, and I'll have my camera hooked up, and it will be a monitor so I can see better what I'm filming on my camera's tiny little screen. I got the camera right next to me. This right here. It's a good screen. I've also got a pop-out viewfinder if I so desire. Go ahead and turn that off now. So this can Wi-Fi. I need to see how much battery that will use though, and if I could, because I have a dual battery charger for my camera, so if I could use Wi-Fi and it wouldn't like eat up into production time too much, especially for short films and stuff that I'm working on, which this will be used a lot for. If I'm using the Wi-Fi, will I be able to have the batteries charge up fast enough that I can keep on swapping them out, you know, or is Wi-Fi going to eat up too much power? If that's the case, then I'm going to have to look into wiring this into here as a monitor. And it will be a little more awkward with it wired in, but that's a thing that I would have to do. Make it a little more awkward too, because they have the HDMI port on the bottom of this. No video out through the multi-port. That can be used as a... maybe there's a way to get video out through USB. I'm pretty sure there's not. But it does have it's a multi-port, so it could be used with a wired remote if I wanted to. But HDMI Mini, I think it is on the bottom. So I would have to find a way to have it raised up a bit off of the tripod, but still mounted to fit an HDMI under there. Or if I could find a really flat HDMI. Like there's, I saw this thing, it was for micro USB, where it was essentially a ribbon micro USB cable that plugged in, and then you would fold it around the back of the phone and put a case on your phone, and then you'd have wireless charging on your phone at the sacrifice of the USB port being plugged into anything else. So let's go blah blah blah. Third-party applications. Certain third-party application services may be included with or downloaded to your Samsung device, such as third-party application services. Digital certificate, stuff like that. Cool. Yeah, I understand and agree with the terms and conditions. Entire agreement servability. The CULA is the entire agreement between you and Samsung. If I could have this read that to me aloud, I might do that. I might listen to it while I was doing something else. But yeah, we check that. Consent to provide diagnostic and usage data. Samsung Electronics Co. Ltd. and its affiliates, Samsung, would like your help to improving the quality and performance of its products and services. Your advice and diagnostic software. I'm going to say yes for now, because, I mean, Samsung hasn't really been in the media as a data stealing company. As far as I'm aware, Samsung doesn't use data for third-party research and stuff like that, although it could if it wanted to. Google does that for targeting advertisements and stuff, which, interestingly enough, I was reading, because I read what makes DuckDuckGo so good, especially with their privacy. If you're not familiar, they're another search engine, and they're a privacy-focused search engine. I've used them a few times when Google didn't find what I'm looking for, and I wanted to check other sources. But usually I also end up, in addition to using DuckDuckGo, I also use Ecosia, Yahoo, Bing, the whole slew of them pretty much, because I'm really hunting for something. But the thing that I've found, what they said is that they can still show you advertisements based on what you're searching, but it's because you searched for that thing, say juice. Google's advertisements, they have a profile of you. Those ads follow you around. So then you go to read a news article and there's ads about juice, which I'm not necessarily against that. We'll go ahead and hit next here. The big thing, checking connection. The big thing for me though, The big thing for me, though, that I used DuckDuckGo for once, besides just checking other sources, this was actually really interesting. So, if you download MP3s from Google that you've purchased, there's DRM in them. I was pretty sure there would be. Why wouldn't there be? I know that if you download them on your phone, you can't upload them to another account, because downloading music on your phone with the Google Play app, it literally reads special files just like it was streaming them from the cloud. But if you download them from your computer, there's DRM. It makes sense, right? One of my friends says there's DRM. I read an internet article where a guy found the hard way there's DRM because he needed a new Google account. So he tried to upload MP3s to that new Google account and it didn't work. So then he talks about how to remove the DRM, which I'm going to be doing with my music. So great, Google has DRM. It makes sense. So then I'm like, well, what service am I going to use now? What about Amazon? So I do Googling and I find Amazon doesn't have DRM, but in addition, I find lots of posts saying that Google MP3s don't have DRM. So I'm like, oh, is Google trying to hide something here? So I go over to DuckDuckGo, the privacy search engine, and I do a Google search, and I still don't find, I find different results, but I don't find anything that says that Google MP3s have DRM. So I'm confused. I still need to get with my friend and ask him about his source. Let's put in my... And oops. Yep, I agree to Google's terms of service. So now we're checking my info. Huh. Oh, that would be the security sign-in thing, which I'll do that in a bit. Taking just a second here. So I said comment monitoring. I've got script reading on here. This will be easy if I call somebody over for like voiceover or something. Here, read the script. I would like to not have to have paper copies. Yes, backup phones. Backup your phone's apps and data settings. App data settings, personal dictionaries, and Wi-Fi passwords using your Google account. Yes. Use Google location service to help determine location. This means sending anonymous location data to Google even when new apps are running. I'm going to uncheck that one for now. Especially since this isn't going to be like my main device. I'm most likely not going to be having this navigate me somewhere. That'll probably be on my phone. Help improve location services by letting apps and services scan for Wi-Fi. Yes. Yeah. Actually, no. I'm going to turn that off because, again, I'm not navigating with this thing. I can turn them back on if I need to, if I find that they're necessary. They're on my phone. Help improve your Android experience by automatically sending diagnostic and usage data to Google. This information won't be used to identify you and lends a hand to teams working on things like battery life, app performance, and other stuff. I also just realized that I don't actually even know, like, it's supposed to be like that. Because actually, you know, no, that doesn't work. I don't know how this keyboard case is really supposed to work. Or is it like this? I have honestly no idea how. Anyway, let's turn this back on. Yeah, next. Come on. AT&T ready to go. Easy setup of your device, including contacts, email, and other accounts. No, thank you. I don't want to use an AT&T service. If you would like to continue your step at a later time, tap exit below, and in 1 hour we will send you a reminder. Hey, no. Which, actually, yeah, we're going to do, 1 second. Samsung account secures your device, gives you access to premium services. No, I don't want a Samsung account. Google has me turned. Turn on the reactivation lock. Protect your device in case it is lost or stolen by stopping other people from reactivating your device after it has been reset. A Samsung account to use this service. Before you request a repair under the warranty, reactivation lock must be turned off. For your Samsung account, no thank you, I don't need that. Okay. Ugh. What is this? I don't need you. Also, I don't need a giant calendar. 1 second. I really want this, though. I want to test this. So I've got this is a stylus similar to Samsung's stylus, but it's not. And this is the S, so it worked on my mom's Note phone. Let's see, I'm curious though. We're connected. Let's go under settings. Search. Turn off personalized data on our Samsung keyboard. SP. Nothing found for pen. Huh. Let's actually check, because also there was a bit of confusion. I had to ask him which one it was, because the listing said the S tablet. Probably under general. Hey, how Samsung does their thing about device. But there was a different tablet listed under the what's the word? A different tablet listed under the like about it, where it pulls in the from Android 5. This is not looking. Samsung SNT 337A. Let's copy that. And using Google now, I need to install Google Play Services. Oh, fine. Play Store is being slow, but what I want to find this out fast. Let's just pull up Samsung Internet, if that will open. I don't need home.att. Nope, wrong button. Back key. Paste the name and go. See what information pulls up. Okay, this is the Samsung Galaxy Tab 4. He said it was the Tab S4. We might have either confusion on his end, or hold on a minute. There's an eBay thing here. $7.99 genuine Samsung Galaxy. Oh, that's for the camera module. Thank goodness. If that was for the whole tablet, I would have been like, what a ripoff. So this is the Tab 4. Not. Which would explain why my pen didn't work with it. So, yeah, okay, so let's check a few things here. This might still be a useful device, and it might be something like, dude, you listed this wrong. I want my money back. Okay. Price. Samsung Tab 4. UPBATE. Seems a bit slow. Well, yeah, it is slow because I got 4 update. This is another thing too, with a lot of tablets. How do I update my Samsung Galaxy Tab 4 to Nougat Android 7? Android 7.0 Nougat. This is not possible officially, but ladies and gentlemen, it is time to update your Galaxy Tab 4 10.1 to all new Android 7.0 Nougat. This is not possible officially, but unofficially. You can now download and install the Samsung Mobile Software custom ROM on your Galaxy Tab 4 in order to update it to Android Nougat. Galaxy Tab 4's official current firmware is Android 5.02 Lollipop. Samsung hasn't announced any plans of taking Galaxy Tab 4 to a higher version of Android. The device will stay on 5.0.2 Lollipop for the time being. Visit this link to get full setup software and update your Galaxy Tab 4 to Nougat. Okay, so that's basically a rooting and stuff like that. Stuff that makes it not under warranty. I don't really want to have to do that. Let us go to About Device. Software updates. Check for updates. Let's see if there happen to be any updates for it. And if there aren't any updates, then I'm going to cut the stream here and I'm going to contact the guy at eBay and be like, hey, you said it was the Samsung Galaxy Tab S4. This is the Samsung Galaxy Tab 4. There's a big difference between the S and the S4. I would like either a heavy discount or my money back. And if so, then I will happily put the tablet back in the box, send it back to him. Current software is up to date, so we didn't get the device that we thought we were getting. I'm willing to admit that this could be a I'm willing to admit that this could be an oversight, like on his part, because he didn't really know exactly what was what. And if I'm willing to accept him saying, "Oh, I'm very sorry, I didn't know there was a difference," a lot of numbers and stuff can be confusing. I want to check one thing really quickly before I cut the stream, though, because I'm actually kind of curious about our little speaker on the back there, too. And I mean, this wouldn't be necessarily a bad tablet for what I want to do with it. I just want it to have current version of Android in case there are features I use that I don't know about. All of, like, the battery saving features and things like that. I want it to be security issues, too. I want it to be up to date with at least Android 9. And maybe it's not possible to get, maybe I have to spend like $180 to get a good tablet running on the latest version of Android. But let's get the speaker out, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut, and I'm going to shoot the guy a message and see what he says, and I'll make sure to keep you guys updated too. This is sad. Very sad. I like the You Might Also Like section, which is, they've got Netflix, VLC for Android, cool. Best broker stocks, now Tetris, Uber, Stress and Anxiety, Spotify Music, Amazon Prime, Circuit Scramble, Tubi, Free Movies and TV, Home Workout, something, Dad Jokes, just weird stuff, but I mean, it's my account on here. So let's open the search. Let's play Fade by Alan Walker. Advertisement, gotta turn down volume, skip the ad, here we go. There's full volume. I mean, it's on the rear fire. It's okay. Oh. Covering it up is somewhat easy. I've heard better. Yeah, I've heard better. My phone sound is a little bit better. Anyways, I'll let you know what happens, and I'll be back with